This is part 4 of the Faron Woods, and in this part we're gonna be finding the last Kiwi and returning.
You say fighting or finding?
I hope I said.
I hope we're not finding them.
Well, I've had a few beers. I probably slung it together.
No, Red, that's not you. That's me.
That's true. That's true. Finding the last Kiwi and going back to the.
I was gonna say, if we fight
room.
him, the elder might not be too happy with us.
No, and I don't want to fight that guy.
He definitely won't remember Zelda either.
he'll be distraught about other things.
What Zelda? I don't know what Zelda you're talking about.
I know. It's like you killed my youngling or my.
I don't know if you saw this, but just like a really little thing. Do you see the sunlight shining through those trees right there?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, man! I'd never noticed that until right then.
It's a nice little lighting effect that they get in there. And it's not when you're in the big wide open areas like this. Like I said, when you're under some of those trees.
Yeah, you see them. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks really cool when they do that, and that's they really leverage the power of the Wii on that.
And so it makes you think about, like, not getting ahead to, like, the Wii U Zelda, but just, like, what are they going to be able to do with the Wii U Zelda?
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, my
You're
gosh.
so excited about Wii. That's like the third video you've talked about.
I saw this stupid gameplay. They brought that new gameplay out, so I've been thinking about it, like, constantly.
It's in your head. I still have to watch that.
And here's what... Oh, actually, we're not going to be there yet. Well, we're going to be there about... Well, it takes me about 20 seconds to get across this road.
Well, now I'm curious about where you're headed here.
I wanted to mention the waterfalls in the background.
Oh,
There's some waterfalls. You can't see them yet. I think you can see them, like, maybe... Yeah, right there.
They are.
Those 3 waterfalls that actually look like they're flowing in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just absolutely gorgeous.
Now, here's the question. Obviously, it's a Zelda game. A little later in the game,
that's what we're commenting.
We're going to be seeing Lake Hylia.
Well,
I'm saying it's not a spoiler because it's a Zelda game. Which is in this area. I wonder if that's it back there.
It is. I think it is because Lake Hylia does have like 3 or 4 waterfalls going into it. So I'm pretty sure that is it. But just... I mean,
it's nice the way they tie that together.
Like we talked about in the last part, like the background and how they put a lot of detail in it. But, well, not a lot, but in a lot of Zelda games they don't do that. And, like, that right there just adds to it. Like they didn't have to make that waterfall look like it was flowing.
And it did a good job with it. Now you mentioned that the second Kiwi had a good hiding spot. Man, this person you had to fall down a hole to land on a ledge. It's Ulu.
OOLO. However you want to say that.
LOL?
Ulu. I was thinking YOLO when I saw it first.
He's the YOLO Kiwi.
Yeah.
But I thought he had a good hiding spot too. Like you had to fall down the hole to hit this ledge to even find him. So some of these Kiwis did a heck of a lot better job than the others.
Like this little area, like right here with bricks. Like you mean, like this place obviously used to be something. Yeah, I don't know exactly what, but. I mean, later on, like we'll kind of be like doing it at the end of the video, but we'll kind of actually, you know what? I'll talk about it at the end of the video.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're excited.
I got so excited about that one. So,
well, I mean, obviously something was here earlier because they built the temple, the Skyview Temple.
Yeah.
So obviously something was going on here many millennia ago. But yeah, it's just nice.
Which still is always so awesome about Skyward Sword. It has the first game, and it like seems like things could have taken place 1,000 years ago.
I know, and that's what. Yeah, I'm curious to see where on the timeline.
Dude, like Zelda's been out for like what 30 years or something like that.
1987, 86.
Something like that. So almost 30 years. They could do a whole nother 30 years of games before Skyward Sword.
Oh, they could. They absolutely could.
Just like but back on topic of Run Through the Woods.
Yeah, now that we found the last Kiwi, we're just making our way back to the Elder now. There's the sunlight you mentioned right there. Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Red, you were talking as you were preparing. Like, it's actually very easy to get lost in the woods. Gosh. I mean, there's a lot of circling around in this area.
It is. And one thing that I miss from some of the Zelda games...
It is like Hylia.
Yeah, because there's the entrance right there. Spoiler, sorry.
Yeah.
We can't get there yet.
Yeah.
Obviously. Like, a lot of the other older Zelda games had, like, a little mini-map in the bottom corner. Like, you think, like, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask had, like, in the back, like, the bottom left or bottom right screen had a little map.
Oh, yeah, they don't have that.
Even in the wide open areas.
I did not think about that.
I know, and you miss it when you're something like this.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, because it's a pain to hit start and go to the map.
It is, and it would have been it would have been really complicated, or obviously because there's a lot more going on than in Ocarina of Time. It's a bigger area.
Yeah.
But still, I was thinking about that when I was thinking about how easy it is to get lost in this area. I'm like, I miss having that little mini map.
Yeah, I mean the map would help out, but at the same time, I think everything just like kind of circles around and go like it seems like every part kind of goes into another part somehow. Yeah. So I think it's just actually just a confusing area, which the volcano and the desert areas that we'll begin to later on are also like that.
They are. They did a good job of making these sections.
And that's what I love right here. This structure right here, like later on in part 5, we'll actually begin make our way to Skyview Temple. But this part right here looks identical to Skyview Temple. So like, what's that? Like, is that just like an interest sound? Like, hey, this is about what you're ready to see.
Yeah.
Or was this like the old Skyview Temple?
Or maybe it was a sister temple of some sort. Maybe it's a matching pair.
The funny thing is, like the bird statue that's up on top of that figure.
Yeah.
Or structure. It's not really
Structure,
a figure.
yeah.
Structure. It actually says when you come back down to the surface that it's the Force Temple. That's what that bird
Which
statue
is so
says.
neat.
Yeah.
Because obviously we had Force Temples in the later games.
Uh-huh.
Now, things that aren't quite as neat. That guy almost crushed us.
Definitely.
First of all, just to get to where he could poop out, I guess, the slingshot for.
I would say that's in like his
It came out of his bush there.
extraction area.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Like, I think his bush just opens up.
It came out of his plant.
Yeah, because like you could tell that they changed those things because that one had that like flower or whatever. So
which is actually really good camouflage when you not for him.
Definitely.
Not for him, but it was definitely for the
how's that guy camouflage? He needs to be in the ocean. He's going to camouflage himself.
Well, that's what cracks me up. Like he's the same. He's so much bigger than the other ones, but his little flower plant thingy is the same size as all the
that
other
is true.
ones.
That is true. How about that mustache, though, man?
Oh, that's
how impressive is that mustache?
I just want to twirl it. I just want to twirl it like an
How
evil
awesome would that
villain.
be? I mean, they have like all these things like where you can upgrade your items and your weapons, and you can't really. In some games, you can change clothes in Zelda.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if you could just mess with this mustache?
Link needs
just
a mustache.
curl his mustache up different ways. I mean, that'd have been awesome.
And so-
Link does not need a mustache.
But yeah, I think like a lot of like role playing game stuff, you can change the way your person looks and things like that. But I think that would kind of ruin
Link. They will never be able to do that with Link.
How about if adult Link in Ocarina of Time, when they first panned down on mustache?
Oh God. That would have been too old, Link, though.
People would have quit the series.
Yeah, they've been done with it. Yeah, they've been done their Ocarina of Time. Yeah, that would have looked a little bit too old, I think.
I agree. I'm clearly joking her. I don't think, even though Movember was not too long ago, we don't need a mustache.
But like, you know, like,
go ahead, sorry.
just like the mushrooms too. Like, I just like to, like, you know, mushrooms. You used to say associate mushrooms with being kind of like ugly colors and stuff like that. I mean, just like even the mushrooms and everything are just beautiful in this area.
And it
the
ties
waterfall
together.
to the left back there, like that tree. I mean, that tree is so huge.
Yeah, and it actually ties together well, the mushrooms, with the temple we'll eventually be entering, because they have like the subterranean or underground mushrooms.
Yes, they do.
I like how they tied the plant life, I guess.
The plant life, yeah, because they'll be using a lot, like you said, in the next temple.
Yeah, from the surface, and they change like the color, they make them glow, and that kind of, you'll see a lot more than that in our Skyview Temple walkthrough, obviously.
Kind of go back to the I guess we're just going to call him the big tree. Like, I kind of wish we would have used them, like, in this area right now.
I know.
Like, we use them later in the game. Like, we're messing with them later on in the game, but, like, I mean, it's just such a huge structure. I would have loved to do something. I wouldn't mind doing something with that tree, like, 2 or 3 times.
Well, especially since Fee, like, even goes out of her way to mention it right off the bat. When we first entered the Faron Woods, she's like, this stream's running through here, sustain this plant life, like this giant tree.
Yeah.
But then we don't do anything with it until the second half of the game. Yeah. So, I don't know, it is a little disappointing, because it dominates this area.
And the water looks beautiful, too. She might as well go ahead and throw it in.
Yep.
The water also looks beautiful in this area.
Yes, it does. But this wraps up part 4 of our Faron Woods video.